Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a newly shown Hot Toys. This time it is Wonder Woman from the Justice League movie. This is the second version of Wonder Woman. As far as where I stand on the first one, I didn't purchase the first one. A lot of people disliked the head sculpt. I didn't think it was terrible. I knew it wasn't perfect, of course, but I didn't dislike it as much as most people. But I didn't purchase it mainly for the fact that it had a rubber body, rubber elbows, shoulders, knees. Not a fan of that. Rubber will deteriorate and crack, so therefore I don't want to buy something at a Hot Toys price knowing that I can't touch it because I'm so afraid of damaging it, and nonetheless it will be damaged no matter what I do going forward. So that's why I didn't purchase this one. However, I always wanted a Wonder Woman figure. Now we do have the newest one on pre-order, so let's talk about it. First of all, they updated the head sculpt. That's the most evident thing here. They updated it, and I don't think that it looks that much better. I mean, when you compare them side to side, it does look better, yeah, but just like looking at it straight on, I almost prefer the other one. Now I'm not saying that this is not as good of a head sculpt as the last one. I think it's better, but just when I'm not looking at them together, I remember liking the first one more than I like this one when I just look at it alone. So that's a bit of a shame. Like, from this angle, I think it's kind of the best, but I don't think that it looks perfect. I think that it looks a little odd in some places. Maybe the tiara just cuts off the forehead too much. I'm not quite sure. The tiara seems to like change its position sometimes. But yeah, overall, I'm disappointed with the head sculpt. I think that what really hurts it, especially in this picture, is the fact that she doesn't have a neck. That's a huge issue here. From this angle, it looks the best, but from all the other angles, it's super evident that she just does not have a neck. I'm hoping that Hot Toys just realize this. This would be an easy fix, but just to design a better neck sculpt on the body, so that therefore her head sits more naturally on the body. Because otherwise, it looks very strange. It's very odd, and it's not just something that's like in one of these shots. It's in the majority of the shots that her head just looks way too low. Like there, it just looks ridiculous. So I'm not a big fan of that. Hope that they fix that. Now, unfortunately, they are still doing the rubber. I know that if they did one without rubber and they did visible joints, people, there would be a lot of people that would, just go crazy. I personally would really love it because, therefore, the figure would last. It wouldn't be a ticking time bomb. So I much prefer that, even though the visible joints obviously aren't as good looking. I think that they're completely fine, especially at the shoulder. They've done visible joints at the shoulder for a lot of the figures that have rubber arms, like Thor and Gamora. I know that they're wearing something, but still, it's a slight cut. It's not like you can see the joint. It's just a cut. I think that would have been much better. But unfortunately, they're still not doing it. The costume itself, I really don't even see any differences. I'm sure if I compare them side to side, it would be completely different. However, personally, just the armor itself, I really don't see much of a difference. I think that her ankle, though, looks like it has some really nice articulation, so that's pretty cool. And this figure, what I do like about it is that it is really stocked when it comes to accessories. She comes with a slew of hands, an awesome base. I'm a big fan of those bases from Justice League. She comes with the Lasso of Truth, 2 different versions, which is cool. She has gauntlets that are regular and then ones that are heated up, like she's used electricity. She has bullet ricochet marks that you can put on the gauntlets, which I think is awesome. And then she comes with a sword and shield, of course. And then the exclusive, or not exclusive, but the deluxe versions come with the mother box, the one that the Amazons are holding on the Themyscira. And then her coat, which I think is very cool. The coat, from what I know, isn't going to make an appearance in Justice League. It's more of just like a standalone Wonder Woman accessory, Wonder Woman movie accessory that they didn't give to that one because they never made one for her standalone movie, unfortunately. So it is nice that she is getting the coat. What I love about the coat, not only does it look cool, and I do like it in the film as well, but what I love about the coat is when the rubber cracks eventually in the future, you could just display her with the coat. So it's kind of like a backup, thing to do just to cover up the damage, because unfortunately that's really all you're going to be able to do. So it's unfortunate, and what's really a shame is a lot of these awesome accessories are just wasted because you're not going to want to, stress the rubber. You're not going to want to put them in extreme poses. Therefore, you're not going to get the arms up in like gauntlet blocking poses or anything because it's going to hurt the rubber. It's going to leave creases. It's going to just damage it faster. So even though she comes with all these cool accessories, you're not like going to be able to use any of them. You can display her just holding the shield and the sword, but with her arms down. And other than that, you really can't put her in any poses, unfortunately, because there's practically all the important joints or the joints needed to put her in any extreme poses are the ones that have rubber on them. So It's super disappointing. I am realizing now though that there's just no chance of getting one without rubber. I held out the hope that for the standalone Wonder Woman movie one, because she came with the coat, that maybe they'd actually make that one the one that has the visible joints, because they could make the excuse that, well, it's supposed to be displayed with the coat on. That was my big hope, and now obviously that hope has been squashed. So now I am kind of out of hope of ever getting a Wonder Woman figure from Hot Toys that doesn't have the rubber, and therefore I am trying to decide what to do, if I should purchase it. I will say the price tag isn't really helping. It's $250, which is definitely a shame. It's quite expensive. That's for the deluxe version. For $22 cheaper, you can get it without the code in the mother box. Again, like I said, the code is like one of the biggest selling factors for me for this figure. So therefore, if I'm gonna get this Wonder Woman, I'm gonna spend the $250. I don't know what to do. I'm a little off on what to do about the whole Justice League line in general. I don't know if I should get them all, if I should skip them all, or if I should pick like just one or maybe two. I think that Wonder Woman, Flash, and Aquaman, they all have their pluses, and they all, for in the most part, look pretty good. But I think that they're all going to be not very fun to pose or do anything with. The only one that I think is going to be really fun is Cyborg, the only one that's not on pre-order yet. I think that Cyborg looks like a fantastic figure. He's obviously not wearing cloth, and therefore his articulation should be really good, and I think his head sculpt looks spot on. My only issue with him is he's the character that I'm least looking forward to in the movie, so there's not like a good mix here where I'm looking forward to a figure so much, or sorry, though I'm looking forward to a character so much, and the figure just looks excellent. I'm really not getting that, unfortunately. The characters that I'm really excited for, I have issues with their figures, or I think that they're not going to be fun, and then the characters that I'm not so excited for, that's the one that has, the fantastic figures. So I'm gonna have to see what to do. I think only time is gonna let me decide on this one, and then I am seeing the movie tomorrow night. Ooh, that's sooner than I thought. Nice. So I'm gonna see the movie really soon. Once I see the movie, I should get a better understanding of what I want to do with the line in general. If I see the movie and I really don't have any boosted enthusiasm to purchase Flash, Aquaman, or Cyborg, that will probably boost my chances of getting this Wonder Woman. If I see the movie and kind of like want them instead, I might shelve this Wonder Woman in general. But we'll see. At the moment, I'm thinking that I might get this Wonder Woman and then just buy the others with their standalone movies. That might be the route that I take, or I take the route where I don't purchase any of them. It's going to be one of those two things, I think, personally. But we'll have to see. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this new Wonder Woman figure. Still don't think it's perfect, and personally, I'm just not a fan of that rubber. I preach that every single time I talk about a Hot Toys Wonder Woman figure, and unfortunately it looks like it's a bit of a lost cause at the moment. However, I am still hoping that eventually we do get one without joints. However, assuming that we don't, I think this is probably going to be the best bet, considering she comes with that coat, which I do think is quite an important accessory. So there you go, that's my thoughts on this Wonder Woman Hot Toys figure from Justice League. Let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.